Hello and welcome to the Illumina Lotus. I'm Joe.
I'm Dee.
I'm Evelyn. Whoops.
Our, you're fine,
Could
Evelyn.
you stop that? I
Your
did me.
name's
I
on
screwed
there
up again.
anyways. We call Evelyn Gracie.
Yes, I answer to both.
She does. It's great. This is our Council of Three Spill the Tea, and we're here to answer the questions that we received by email. And we're going to get started here. Are we ready?
We are
Yes.
ready.
Okay, so the very first person we have is Starlight. And Starlight is basically wanting to see if there's any messages from Spirit. We're basically going to go that route there. Okay. All right. Some shuffling here. All right. Okay. Starlight, the first card I have for you is the World card. This is having to put some things cycling through. It's an end of a cycle. And it could be that you are ready to get some messages because but then the second card I have is the Queen of Swords. And maybe you have to be less literal when you're wanting messages, maybe get more into either the Queen of Cups, who is more intuitive, that energy. Um, so if you're I think you're needing to just open up emotionally more. And what I have here is the Five of Pentacles. Now, if you're worried about messages, I think that you're feeling maybe a little left out about this. You're feeling some challenges because this is the earthly realm. Okay. I don't see any spiritual cards here. So what this tells me is that you've got a little bit of work to do and maybe doing some meditation, maybe go taking walks in nature, kind of opening yourself up to a different way of thinking and feeling about what it is from spirit you're actually looking for. What messages are you looking for? The very last card I have is, this is Enchanted. It's a very enchanted world, the spirit world. And you need to be open to it. Less literal, more emotional, and less earthbound. There's that wonderful balance, and even if opening your chakras, and being more freeing and accepting of these energies around you. But yeah, there's a little bit of work to be done here. And I hope that helps.
All right,
Evelyn?
Starlight.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
no, we're fine. Go ahead.
All right,
Dee.
Starlight. I have some swords coming out and the pentacles as well. So, first is the Two of Swords. And this is telling me that mentally, your logical and emotional side aren't connecting. You're crossing each other. You're thinking too hard about this trying to communicate with the spirit world and or getting messages. You're blocking yourself in essence. The next card I have is the Eight of Swords. And this is telling me it's just you're thinking about it way too hard. And once you realize that it's just about you calming down, taking a breath, quieting your mind, finding time to meditate, walk in nature, meet like-minded people. Your mind is not going to be so busy. The last card I have for is the Knight of Pentacles. This is telling me it's going to be a slow process. This is Pentacles. It doesn't have to happen right away. You have to really just let go of the monkey mind and just release all the stuff that happens in the mundane world before you can get to a point where you can get that communication from spirit. My oracle card is communication. So you can see there's a girl and there's a person in a tree and then she's sitting there in nature. She's actually meditating. She's in nature. She's letting all this mundane life go behind her. She's trying to relax so that she can get to a point where that can happen. I hope that helps, Starlight. All right, Gracie.
Okay, Starlight, I have for you, I have a couple of cards that are number 4 cards. I have the 4 of coins upright, and then I have, or that's, and then I have the 4 of wands reversed. What that says to me is that you need to really work on your stability, your health, your money situation, of course, in your home and all that. But I think your emotional stability and your desire, like Joe was saying, you were trying too hard. You're trying to push yourself, but I don't think that your body is going along with what your mind is hoping to do. And with that said, I have the moon card reversed. So that says to me that your mind is full of thoughts, but they're not picking up. Your thoughts are racing so hard, you're not giving yourself a chance to allow the messages that are out there, and they may be trying to reach you, but your mind is not allowing itself to be ready to be receptive to them. And then I got a oracle card called Messenger, and it says in there that you need to take the time to listen and observe for the messages. So I'm getting from that, you really need to slow down and take a pause and allow all that crap to clear away out of your head so that you can work on getting some stability. And that's what I have for you, Starlight.
All right, Starlight, thank you so much for letting us read for you. I hope that that did help and give you some clarity. All right, so the next person we have is JC, and JC wants to know where to focus their attention. All right, it's a good question, actually, where to focus our attention. All right. All right, I got 2 emotional cards here. I have 2 sixes. So what I have first is the 6 of Cups. Now, the 6 of Cups is, someone reminiscing about the past, and the next card is the 5 of Cups. Now, it could be maybe you're looking at some challenges because you're looking back at the past emotionally. But the next card I have is the 6 of Swords, and this is about moving on, gaining clarity as you move forward. So with the 2 sixes, that's about perseverance. That's about harmony within, apparently more so towards your emotional and intellectual realms. And the 5 of Cups, don't worry about what's lost. Keep moving forward. You're doing just fine. And the oracle card I have for you is a personal issue reaches resolution. So whatever this is for you, you're going to get over it and you're going to be able to move forward. You're going to gain that clarity. It's going to resolve for you. You just have to remain in balance. Okay? All right, JC, that's what I have for you. Thank you for letting me read for you.
Hi, JC. Where should you focus your attention on? I have the Empress popping out. The Empress is of number 3, and 3s are about growth and expansion. So this is only a number 3 for you, JC. There's plenty of room to move up and get that focus under control. The Empress is saying that for right now, be gratitude and grounded in what you're doing. You're trying so hard to figure out how to keep focus, how to make things right in a world that's always changing and ever moving. So you need to be able to go with the flow. Don't stress on how to focus, but how to have gratitude. I think from there you'll have growth. The next card I have is 7 of Cups in reverse. This is telling me it's hard for you to focus when you haven't decided what you really want to do. You haven't stepped up and said emotionally, what is going to make you happy? You need to not only have growth and expansion, but you have to have a purpose. You have to solidify it. You have to lock in what it is you want. There are many illusional choices in reality that you can choose from, but you need to choose the one that's most feasible for you to get emotional balance. The next card is the Four of Cups upright. This is telling me that where you're at right now, you're okay with, but you just want more. You want more. And this is why you have no focus. So, Seven of Cups is saying, let's get going, let's get your purpose. Because the Empress is here. You gotta lock in what you want to do. That's gonna change this Four of Cups. Your card is imagination. Imagine already manifesting what it is you want, what it is that you want. Make that something into a reality. So lock in what you want to do and how are you going to get there. And that'll help even out your balance to get your focus. Thank you, JC. All right, Gracie.
Okay. JC, I have for you, the first card I drew is the Emperor card reverse. So that is a 4 card. So that tells me you
That
need
is
to work
four.
on regaining control and stability in your life. Apparently, there's some things going on that you're having a really hard time reining back in and keeping track of. And then the next card I got is the Knight of Pentacles reversed.
Wow.
And that says to me that your movement is not what it should be. You feel kind of stuck, and you also are not in a good place to you need to watch out for your health. I'm not sure what is going on completely with you, but with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, you could be having a lot of issues with your home, your health, your finances. So you need to take a good look at all of that to find out where the trouble spots are. Now, the next card I have is the Seven of Swords, which says to me that you really need to take a look and strategize at everything that's going on around you before you can even have an idea of where to focus your attention, because it seems like you're all over the place. You you need to really take your time and look at each individual situation and then figure out what is going to work better than another and come up with a plan. Now, the next card I have is an oracle card, which is reflection, which is saying that you should stop, take the time out, just think about this. You don't have to rush. It's not necessary to rush because that will just not help things at all. It'll just make it worse. So if you do that, if you can take the time out to reflect and go over each of these individual issues that you're dealing with, you will find an answer on how to focus going forward. And that's what I have for you, JC. Thank you.
All right, thank you, JC. All right, we're going to move on to Ron. And Ron just wants to know how he can reduce stress. All right. That was also a good question.
Yes.
All right, the first card I have out for you, Ron, is the Magician. And a lot of times the Magician card for me is someone who really doesn't realize their full potential. They have everything that they need. They really do. But sometimes we have a hard time realizing, I can do this. This is something, I've got everything that I need. I can move forward. Because the next card that I have for you is the Knight of Wands. And this is a very fast moving energy, but it's a very driven and passionate energy. So maybe as you are moving forward with what you're wanting, maybe you're moving a little too fast in things and you're getting too stressed out as you're moving forward because you're not realizing with this magician card that you have what you need, but you need to stay focused. The third card that I have for you is the Ten of Cups, and this is a completion it's an emotional completion. Once you stop moving so fast and you realize you have what you need, you're going to get that emotional fulfillment and you're going to be a lot less stressed. So whatever this is for you, just know you've got what it takes. You've got the drive, and you just need to stay more emotionally balanced in this energy to be less stressful. And this is what I have for the Oracle: unleash your kindest self. So this is also an emotional card, and it's about realizing, be more, I think to me, this is you being more kind to yourself. When you come out, instead of being, driven and just say, you know what, I need to take time for myself. I need to get my emotions in check. I need to be more balanced in all of my energy. I have everything that I need. So Ron, would, just be more kind to yourself in all of this. And that also, don't push yourself so hard. You have what it takes. And hopefully that helps you, Ron. Thank you.
Hi, Ron. I have the magician coming out first, and that is what Joe had, I believed.
Yep.
Um, she is right. It's just the beginning of a journey for you, and I want you to know that you have all four elements with you to be balanced. This is just the beginning of your journey. So if you're looking to reduce stress, take it at your own pace and what's comfortable. Normally, the magician means a leader, and it's a step forward towards your dreams. So I think you should envision what's ahead of you, um, and kind of plan your own life path out. Um, if you're so worried about stress, you don't know yet. You've just started. So take it as it comes. You've got all the elements. The next card I have is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is about love of life. And that's how I read this card right now in the context of this reading. While you're focusing on reducing stress, don't forget to live life and have fun. Don't forget that, it's a duality in life. So if there's work and hard work and stress that comes with life, don't forget to enjoy the parts of life when you can. And I have the Hierophant popping up next. The Hierophant is a number 5. It's about change. And, if there comes a point when the stress is too much, seek guidance. There are plenty of places you can go, tribe members you can talk to, neighbors, friends, family members, any kind of guidance that you feel you need to keep balance with all your four elements. I have next the winds of change. Great winds of change are in the forecast. Allow yourself to breeze with ease. So this is saying whatever happens, life is going to happen. The only thing constant is change. So Ron, just, go with the flow, enjoy life, accept the hard times that they are. And if stress happens, you don't have to do it alone. There's guidance. I hope that helps, Ron. All right, Gracie.
Okay, Ron, I have for you, my first card is the Seven of Wands reversed. That says a couple things to me. It says to me that your fire, you have it, but it's misguided a bit. And also, I feel that you're not setting enough boundaries for yourself for things that are happening around you, which may be adding to your stress. And the next card I get is the Strength card. Now, that says to me, you have the strength to cope with this. Nobody wants to cope with stress. You have the strength, but that doesn't mean you have to put up with it. Now, I also have the Queen of Wands, but it's reversed. So that says to me also that, you have that fire in you, but it's misdirected and you're having trouble keeping control over things in your life, in your world. And so it makes it extra hard for you. So you really need to be strong because you're navigating all of these pieces. And the oracle card I have for you is understanding. And that says to me that you really need to take a step back and think about what it is that you need to take back the reins of control for. You can do it. You have the strength to do that. You just have to dedicate yourself and know that that fire in the wands can help you rein that back in and take back control. That you can do it. You just have to take your time. And that's what I have for you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron. All right, so Gracie, you're up with,
Yep.
let's do this.
Yep. I have my next person that I have is Donna, and she would like a general reading. Okay, the first card I have for you, Donna, is the Five of Wands. And that says to me that you are going through some struggles right now, struggles that involve your ability to push forward, your energy level, your motivations, and up to the things that are happening around you. You are struggling quite a bit with that. But it's I sense that's going to be temporary. I don't think it's going to be ongoing. And then the second card I have for you is the Page of Wands. So you're going to be moving forward and learning some new things about how to navigate your life going forward. The third card I have for you is the Ace of Wands reversed. So you have quite a bit of Wands energy here. Now, the Ace of Wands reversed says to me, even though you are trying to move forward and learn about what you need to do going forward, your motivation to do so, you're really struggling with that because your energy level, your desire to do this, you're very conflicted. And the oracle card I have is called Rumination. And that says to me that you have a lot going on in your head, which, you're thinking all these different scenarios and you're thinking so many of them that it's affecting your movement forward and your progress forward. So you need to slow down and try to stop those thoughts from racing around in your head. And then you will find that you will be able to move forward. And that's what I have for you, Donna.
All right, Donna, the first card I have for you is the Chariot. This is not a fast-moving card. This is someone who is in place and kind of surveying, kind of getting a good look at everything. Because the very next card I have is the Two of Swords. This is a choice that is going to be needed to be made. And swords are intellect. So this is either a logical versus an emotional type choice for you. But you're going to be doing a lot of research and everything and getting everything in order before you even make this choice. The third card is the Page of Pentacles. So we got a lot of page energy, but this is Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles tells me that you are kind of looking at maybe a new path forward in a healthier lifestyle, maybe. I'm not sure what you're wanting, but this page energy, it's just a new path. It's a new, maybe even it could be health, wealth, your family, everything around you in the physical realm. This is just a new outlook on how you want to see things. And in the interim, you want to have faith in yourself, faith in your dreams. So whatever path you're wanting to make, whatever choice this is, whatever path you're wanting to take, have faith in your dreams because you're going to be able to move forward once you basically have faith in yourself and you know exactly what it is that you want. Thank you.
All right, Donna, let's see what we've got. All right, so for this general reading, I have the King of Pentacles. So Donna, the King of Pentacles to me is this is about home health in your physical world. And at this point in your life, I am assuming that you have everything you need in the mundane world to be comfortable, to be secure, to live your life comfortably. I do show that the High Priestess is popping up. So the High Priestess is about something in your intuition, something you've been thinking about. There's something there that you've been thinking out from this mundane world here, from all the things that you have and that you've accumulated and everything that means so much to you. The High Priestess, there's something there that either you're not listening to your intuition or you're trying to figure out what it is that it's trying to tell you. The next card is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is about getting support. It can be celebration, but a three is about growth and expansion. So it looks like whatever's going on in your mundane world, there is something that you've been thinking about. Your intuition is kicking into gear. This could be an emotional celebration, but I'm getting the intuition that this is probably something that maybe you need support from friends or family members. So it's whatever's going on here is something that's keeping you busy with your intuition. Maybe there's a void, but I think that you could get support from whatever it is that you're thinking. The Oracle card is Wish Upon a Star. Make a wish and see for the very best. So obviously there's something that's been keeping you busy and your intuition is going crazy. You know, find some tribe members, some support, and hope for the very best. I hope that helps, Donna. Thank you.
The next card we have to read is for Sam, and Sam would like advice on recovering from his loss. The first card I have for you, Sam, is the Three of Cups. And that says to me that you do have a tribe and you need to lean on that tribe to help you recover from this loss. They're there for you. You just have to let them help you. And the second card I have is the Empress card. And that says to me that you need to make a point to really take care of yourself, take care of your home, do hobbies around your home, gardening around your home, and self-care is so important when you're trying to recover from a loss. The third card I have is the Page of Pentacles reversed. And that says to me that you are really struggling to move forward. You're just feel like you're stuck in a spot that just doesn't want to budge. And until you're able to turn that card upright, you're going to have a hard time trying to follow through with the cards I read before, with the Empress card and the Three of Cups. You need to allow them to help you, and you need to really take care of yourself. Even if you don't want to, it's necessary. And the next card I have is an Oracle card, and it's called Flight. And that says to me, I think it would do you a great deal of good if you took a trip. Take a flight somewhere. Go out, do something different for a change, and get a recharge of your mindset. And I think it will help you quite a bit to turn that Page of Pentacles reversed back upright, and you can start to move forward. You can get a change of mindset by taking a trip, and total change of scenery. So that's what I have for you, Sam.
All right. Sam, the first card I have out for you is the Star card. This is about wish fulfillment. This is about total contentment. And, even though you've suffered a loss, know that to me, this could be spirit trying to reach out to you saying, everything's okay. It's going to be okay. Don't forget you through this journey that you're dealing with right now. The next card I have is the Eight of Wands. And for me, this is fast moving energy. This is a forward movement. You need to get past certain things and realize that certain things happen for a reason, and you still need to move forward. Okay. The third card I have is the Hanged Man. And this is stopping, slowing down. And if you need to do some meditation, whether, or just kind of, like I said, slow down, but meditate a little bit, go for walks in nature, kind of like realize how grateful, the time that you did have with whoever, whatever your loss is, that it was definitely a good thing, and maybe do some reflection. And the biggest thing is you want to avoid drama throughout this process. So, like I said, if you need to do a lot more meditation and, stay hopeful, wishful that you can move on, because there is forward movement here for you. You just need to try to avoid all the drama that may be around you at this time. All right. Thank you, Sam.
All right, Sam, the first card I have is the Queen of Swords. And as much as self-care is important, speaking your truth is very important. I do agree, stay away from drama, but sometimes drama comes to you, right? And so I think in a calm as you can, speak your truth, that you're just setting a boundary. You're just not going to deal with that right now, because you have to continue to have self-care while you're advocating for yourself. The second card I have is the Emperor. And that is, to me, is about compartmentalizing inside your the way you're going to navigate your life. So right now, speaking your truth, self-care are priorities. This is it's a foundational card. So right now, your foundation needs a little strength. So calmly speak your truth, compartmentalize what you're going to allow, what you're not going to allow. This is part of self-care. I show the Ten of Wands. And this is about, it's a cycle card. So this is about compassion and ambition and drive going forward. This is a cycle card. So things are going to change for you. You just got to hang in there. And some of these burdens that have been weighing you down, once this cycles, some of those burdens are going to be lifted. But you still have to have the self-care. You still have to advocate. And the card I have is patience. And it's patience is your virtue now. You're almost there. Keep sowing the seeds of love. That means self-care for you. I hope that helps. Thank you.
The next person we have is Gail, and she would like a general reading. The first card I have for you, Gail, is the Two of Swords. And that says to me that you are having a lot of decisions that you're trying to make going forward, and you're struggling with that right now. And the next card I have is the Knight of Swords reversed. So that says to me that there's some friction going on around you. There's some unkind words being said. It's making it hard for you to move forward. And then the next card I have for you is the Seven of Swords reversed.
Gosh.
So I would
Lots of
really take a step back here. You have a lot of tension surrounding you. There's deception surrounding you too. You're going to have to really watch your back with whatever you're about to endeavor. There may be some hidden things in there that you're going to have to watch out for. And also, you're going to have to really watch how you speak to whoever is around you, because there's a lot of unkind things happening. And the next card I have for you is an oracle card. It's awareness. And that is probably exactly what I was saying before. You need to really be aware of what all this that's happening around you so that you can protect yourself and make the decision that you need to make. And that's what I have for you, Gail.
All right, Gail, the first card I have for you is the world. So whatever this is, you need to complete it out. This is the end of a cycle. It is, in order for you to move forward, you have to put this to rest. Okay. And you also, with the next card being the tower, is for me, the tower is a lesson. You need to put an end to all this. You need, close things out, but you also need to learn the lesson here in order to continue to move forward. And the next card is the Two of Wands. If you want to start something new, and don't be afraid to make the choice to do so, just realize you need to put to rest whatever past dealings you had to deal with. And if there were bad things or whatever, things happen for a reason. And to me, the tower is that wake up call. It is for you. It is your lesson learned. But don't not move forward. If you want to move forward, you need to get ready to make whatever decision to start anew. Start with it, be more passionate with whatever you're wanting to move forward with. And it's interesting, the oracle card I got is step into your power. Whatever you've been through, get rid of it and learn the lesson. Lessons learned. That's just the way life is. Don't not make more decisions because you have to. You need to keep moving, but step into your power. Okay? All right, Gail, that's what I have for you. Thank you.
Hi, Gail. First card up is Judgment. And I'm going to piggyback off Joe. Judgment is about self-reflection. It's time for you to reflect whether it's good or whether it was bad, what was done to you, what you've done. It's about time to take a stock and not be so hard on yourself and realize that you do have to let go to move forward. This is a time and a rise to call to do just that. Time to just take stock and let go of what you don't need and forgive yourself for doing it, whatever's happened. Seven of Cups reversed. It's been an emotional time for you. This is a reversed card. It is time for you to fill a cup. Enough of the spillage of your emotions. Take a cup and start to take self-care of yourself and fill that cup as you move forward. I have the Fool card coming out next. It is time for a new start. It is time to move forward and not look back. The card I have is Release. Allow yourself to heal, and in order to heal, and leave what no longer serves you. All right, Gail, thank you. All righty. I have next is Amanda, and Amanda has a question. Her and her husband are saving for a house, and there's a choice to make whether to live in the city or the country. They like both spots and they're kind of torn. I'm going to let Joe take over for the city, a reading about the city, and Gracie will read about the country. And it'll come back around to me, and I'll finish off with some numerology and a bridge spread. All right, Joe.
All right, Amanda. All right. So the very first card I have, Amanda, is the Three of Pentacles. This is something you and your husband really need to collaborate on and really realize what it is that you want, which is going to make you happier. Now, in the city, since I'm doing the city part, is there's going to be a lot more that you are going to be able to do in networking. You're going to be closer to everything in the city. And the following card is the judgment card. And this is, to me, my epiphany card. Now, as you're moving forward, if you did move to the city, you're going to build that network. You're going to have a lot bigger opportunity to build networks. There's going to be a lot more either spiritual awakenings or just epiphanies as you move forward if you were to be in the city. The third card is the Ace of Swords, and this is clarity. You even though you're in the city, you're still going to be able to get away from things and you're going to be able to gain some clarity, because there are times when the city can be a little too much. At times it can be very stimulating. So you will always have that opportunity, even though if you do live in the city, there's going to be times when you're going to be able to break away and just kind of gain some clarity and look at things a lot differently. All right, so the card I have for you, look at the bigger picture. I think that you and your husband really need to do more collaboration and kind of look at things, if the city is for you, look at the bigger picture of everything. There's going to be a lot more going on in the city than there would be if you moved to the country. But that doesn't mean you would be lacking in anything. Okay? All right. That's what I have for you, Amanda.
Okay, I have for you, Amanda, the first card is the Emperor. And this is for the country I'm doing for you. Now, that says to me that you may be able to have better control over certain things if you move to the country, like where your home is. You won't have a code to have to have your house a certain color or whatever if you're away from, if you have enough space between your properties from other people. So you would have more control from that regard. But the second card I have is the Ten of Cups reversed. So that says to me that if you do move out there, that may not be the end of the cycle. There may be more to come. The third card I have is the Magician. And that says to me that whatever happens, you're going to be able to navigate it. You'll be able to navigate it and make it your own if you choose to do that. There's just going to be some hurdles here and there. And the Oracle card I have is Broken. Now, that could mean a number of things. What pops in my head and what I'm seeing is you move to the country, you may not get a brand new place. You may get a fixer-upper and things will be broken. But there's a lot of fun to that. I mean, that very well may be why the Ten of Cups is reversed, because you are not going to be anywhere close to being done if you move to the country. You will have a lot of work to do on that property, but you have the ability to do that. And that's what I have for you, Amanda.
All right, Amanda, I'm going to switch it up here and do a different kind of reading for you. It does not surprise me in the least by what I did some math work on your birth date that your mom has given me. It does not surprise me at all that you're torn between this decision. When you add up each day of your birthday, all the numbers, you get two major arcana cards. You get the World card, which is about transitions. That alone tells me you like to be here, you like to be there, you like to be in different spots, you like to experience life. And if you break down that Wheel of Fortune, you get the Magician, which was in Evelyn's reading. Um, Breaking down that 1 plus 0, the 10 is a magician. So, Amanda, after doing all the number crunching for you, you have all the four elements to move forward: air, fire, water, earth. When you get that kind of reading, when you have two basically number ones as your card, your birth cards, um, it doesn't surprise me at all that this is a hard decision for you because not one thing fills your cup. So I'm going to talk about right now outside, the outside realm, what you like to do, how you're perceived in the world. And this comes from the Magician card. I have the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of numbers down here that I'm about to decipher for you. So, as the Magician, you get air, fire, water, earth. This is a water card. This is a water card. So, as you go out into the world, you love to, all these different squares are the city. And this is a 10. This is the world. This is a Wheel of Fortune. You like to experience a lot of things. This fills your cup. This brings you happiness. This brings you joy. So, city life, yes, that would be a great thing to be able to go out and go where you want when you want, right? That's called an outer expression. This is something that you like to do, but every person has an inner expression. And based by your numbers, I got the Ace of Pentacles. That does not surprise me because Pentacles are about earth and the country and living on land. So you've got the city life and you've got the country life and you've got two aces showing. Of course you have aces because when the day you were born, the magician became your card. So all of these numbers and these ones and these tens are saying, yes, you love the mundane, the earthly world, and you love the city life. Here's the thing. I have the Three of Swords for my third card. And this is really about your feelings with you. Um, hard to choose which one you want to do. You feel if you go to one and you didn't choose the other, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. This is only a three. It's about growth and expansion. If you choose the country, you're always going to be longing for that city life, right? This isn't really going to hurt you. This is growth and expansion. This is called your shadow card in numerology. So, to be true to yourself, right? As I'm looking at my numerology cards for the magician, I see someone looking at the city. They're not really in the country, but they're looking at the city because they like that city life. And then I see the Wheel of Fortune numerology card, and all it is about the city. All it is about the city. So I pulled two oracle cards. Which one should you choose? And one says growth, interest in yourself, and make necessary changes with your external environment. And this one is grounding, to be grounded in your external environment. This tells me that possibly you might try to relocate in a rural area. Not necessarily way out in the country, not necessarily in the city, maybe the outskirts of a city, maybe something where you can have access to both within reasonable driving. Place yourself where you can do both. You really don't have to choose. You might have to do your research, Amanda. You might have to find that perfect spot, not deep in the city, not deep in the country, kind of a rural area, so you can have both experiences. Don't forget, these are two powerful cards, Amanda. Your birth cards are always going to have transition. You're always going to have things going on in your life that you're going to question and want to experience. And the magician card popping up, you are able to take those elements and manifest wherever you are. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. So I guess in essence, try and find something with a little bit of both and go roll. All right, Amanda, I hope that helps you. And let's see, what is next? Okay. Bev, she wants a relationship reading. So let me shuffle up. Oh, I have some jumpers. Okay, we'll go with those. And let me grab a. All right. So, Bev, for a relationship read, I have a couple of eights coming out. I have the Eight of Wands. This is telling me that things are happening very quickly in this relationship. This is about passion, desire, moving forward. It's an eight. That's about acceptance, achievement, advancement. I'm thinking things are advancing pretty quick for you. I don't know if it's making you nervous or is this exciting? You have another eight popping out. That's the Eight of Cups. At the same time, as exciting as it is, um, sometimes when there's too much excitement, it can be overwhelming on the emotional side. You're kind of stepping back. You're not sure whether this excitement is something that you're ready for. Of course, the enticement of excitement is great, but it's also telling me that possibly you're also a little fearful of it because the Eight of Cups questions, is this true emotion that I'm feeling or is this excitement that I'm feeling? You've got two number eights. The Empress is coming out. This is a number three. It's about growth and expansion. I believe the intuitive part here is that, things are going smooth, and as long as they're going smooth, go with it, but go slow. It's only a number three. There's a lot of lessons to be learned here. You don't have to rush this relationship. And the card I have is compassion. It says understand another point of view. So you can see how pretty that card is with that deer and the um, it's just, I get that maybe it's coming on fast and your emotions, you're not sure. Um, take your time, go slow, enjoy the ride. It's only a number three, and make decisions as you need to. All right. Thank you, Bev. Joe, I think.
Oh, no, Gracie.
Gracie. Okay. Okay. Okay,
Okay.
Gracie.
Okay. Uh, the first card I have for you, Bev, is the Two of Swords reversed. So that's saying to me, you're really having a hard time using logic as you go forward with this relationship. You're having a hard time making up your mind where you want to go with this. And the second card I have is the Nine of Cups reversed. So my sense for that is you're not feeling satisfied right now or like you've accomplished something. You're more upended. Your emotions are swirling all over the place. I don't think that you are having a clear head right now. And the third card I have is the Hermit. And that says to me that you do need to take some time and step back and figure out what you really want out of this relationship, because you're allowing your emotions to just take over and your head is swirling with them. And the Oracle card I have is called Uncover. And that one, it goes with the Hermit card actually, because it's wants you to take the time to strip off the layers of this relationship and analyze it and see, what's working and what isn't. And only you really know what's working and what's not. So, but you have to take the time and slow down your emotions so that you can look at this objectively. And that's what I have for you, Bev.
All right, Bev. The first card I have for you is the Page of Swords. For me, the Page of Swords is about curiosity, but also caution in moving forward. And mirroring off of what both Dee and Gracie were saying is you are questioning some things. It's okay to question things. There's nothing wrong with that. The second card is the Queen of Cups. You are someone who's very loving, very emotional, very compassionate, and you have a lot of love to give. But you also have to understand there's not everyone is going to receive it the way that you are hoping they do, or give it the way you're expecting. The third card I find interesting is the Emperor. Now, if you're seeing this person in Emperor energy, are they stepping up to the plate? Are they really in that energy that you are expecting them to be in? And you need to be accepting of that person, no matter where they are in their own journey, especially if this is a relationship you want to continue with. And you also have to be open to change. There are going to be changes throughout the whole time, but acceptance and being open is going to help the success of this relationship if you're wanting this to continue to move forward. All right, Bev, that is what I have for you. Thank you for letting me read for you today.
All right. Our last reading of the day is for Tony, and Tony would like a general reading. So I'm going to start this off with the High Priestess. Tony, this tells me that your intuition is kicking into gear. You've been thinking a lot um, about things that are happening in your life. The next card I have is the Two of Cups, and this is about connections to me. So you've been thinking a lot with an emotional connection. This could be a partner, this could be a colleague, a friend, someone at work, a love connection. There's something that's weighing on you that's kicking your intuition into thinking about this connection. The next card I have is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about a potential, a seed, a new thought. It's an intellect card. It's also about communication. So you have a lot of new things that you've been thinking about that you want to communicate, possibly about this connection right here. And that and your intuition is guiding you to start acting on those thoughts. Um, and I think you should speak your mind because swords are about communication. The oracle card I have is courage. Muster up enough courage to bring your highest light. And there's a beautiful
I love
lion.
that card.
So yeah. So Tony, I think that follow your intuition with this connection. Communicate and speak your mind on these new things that you're thinking. Have the courage to do it. Thank you, Tony. All right, Gracie.
Okay, Tony, I have for you the Five of Wands. And that says to me that you have some conflict going on around you, but it's not anything that you can't handle, but it's not really that comfortable. But it may mean that you may end up needing to set some boundaries. The next card I have for you is the Queen of Swords reversed. So that says to me that you are having a hard time thinking clearly and managing things logically. Your thought processes are not what they should be at this point for maintaining control of things going on around you. And the next card I have is the High Priestess reversed. So you're not listening to your intuition, you're not listening to messages. And so when you have the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess both reversed, and they both have to do with messages and intellect, you're not listening to what is being told around you in front of you or for your intuition. You're just not hearing what is being said to you that can benefit you. And the oracle card I have is friendship. And that says to me that you really need to have more trust in your friends. You need to be more open with your friends. It seems like you're fighting this. All three cards that you got before the oracle card are you're fighting whatever is going on with you, and it's keeping you from having friendships, relationships. So that you're going to need to have to work on some before you can resolve this situation you're in. And that's what I have for you, Tony. Thank you.
All right, Tony, the first card I have for you is the moon. Now, this is again mirroring off of there's a lot of unknowns for you, and it makes it hard to move forward for you. And the Ace of Wands is moving forward. It's new concept, it's new ideas, it's passion, it's there's just a lot of drive here in this card. There's a lot of potential in this card, but there's still some variables and unknowns to you. And you need to be very careful about the devil energy. This is, don't get too caught up in things and be very weary of getting stuck in this devil energy in whatever you're wanting to move forward for or with. And This is addictive energy, and it could be any type of addiction. You know, it could be a job, or you really want to get something done, and all you think about is getting this done, and no matter what it takes. But again, with all the variables and stuff, you really need to step back. And it's interesting, the card I got is take a breather.
Mm.
You need to step back here, and you need to say, okay, with everything unknown right now, I do want to move forward, but I need to think of things differently. You know, I need to come up with maybe some new ideas, and be very careful not to beat yourself up with the devil energy. Just take your time, step back, and take a breather. It'll all come to you. All right, Tony, thank you very much for letting me read for you today. All right, so that's what we have. I want to thank everyone for sending in questions, and please continue to do so. We love answering your questions, and we'll just continue as long as we can. This is something that we thoroughly enjoy. And don't forget that Momma Dee has a channel, Momma Dee Tarot, and she also has a Facebook page. And Gracie, she has a Facebook page as well. And that information is always going to be in our description boxes below. And the email to get a hold of us for questions will also be there. So again, thank you all very much for joining us today. Stay blessed. Have a good day.